good evening or afternoon or whatever time zone you're in as you are listening to this. This is Kenny Cummins here. I am joined with this lady who is in charge of Modest Moms Wrestling. I've interviewed her before, but this is a different a podcast, just, still getting to the swing of things. She's got a lot in store for Modest Moms Wrestling, upcoming fights, upcoming videos, upcoming guests, things of that nature. So to catch up on some things, I'm joined with Alexandria Hamilton right here, right now. How's it going, Miss Hamilton?
It's going good. It's going real good.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time doing this. I'm catching up with you on some things. Not only are you hard at work with Modest Moms Wrestling, but you're being a mom, obviously. You just got through with your son's football practice. So, I appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, yeah. Got all three this year now. Finally, the youngest is finally old enough. So it's going to be a very exciting football season for this mom. I am so excited.
She's going to be cheering. She's going to be booing. She's going to do all sorts of things.
I got about 20 cowbells, Kenny. I'll tell you what. Oh, yeah. All the bells and whistles. I got it all. Darn right. I'm going to be cheering and booing. I love to boo. Oh, man, I'm just terrible. I love it all. I'll boo my own kids. I'll tell them my kid screws something up. I'll be like, get that kid out of there. Oh, yeah. They know. They all know. I'm nuts.
Well, I mean, with that enthusiasm, you ought to be in the sidelines, like being an assistant coach or something.
Oh my gosh. I want to every year. I want to coach every year. My husband says, no, you ain't ruining football for our boys. So I stick to team mom. I'm team mom for every single football team, even the oldest boys, the 14U. My boys aren't quite there. I got 3. I got 8U. 10U and 12U. And I'm even team mom for the bigger boys just because I love it. I love it so much. So I'm excited.
So, yeah, football season is in full gear, it appears.
Yes.
I'm a football fan myself. I love NFL. I'm looking forward to the upcoming season. Weather's going to be cooled down a bit, so that's exciting within itself. So let's catch up on Modest Moms Wrestling. So when I first interviewed you, you kind of gave me the introduction of your company, and then it's grown and has evolved even more since then. So
you love it even more, don't you, Kenny?
I can't help it but to love it. I've been purchasing videos maybe seasonally, especially some of the new ones that comes out. So yeah, I'm a fan of Modest Moms. I really am.
Thank you.
So just talk about what's been going on for Modest Moms Wrestling so far this year. How are you feeling about everything that is happening as far as the company is concerned?
I am just in awe every day. I am the women that I get to work with are just amazing. So I will say Modest Moms Wrestling is doing fantastic this year. I'm so happy with the way things have been going. And a lot of that credit goes to the women that I work with. I'm very mindful. I'm watching their social media and who they're working with before I invite them to come and work with us, and I am just always starstruck every time a new woman comes to wrestle here. And I always just feel so lucky because they're all so professional and they're all so pretty and they just do such a good job and they're just strong. And so I'm very happy with the way Modest Moms Wrestling is going. And again, I give a lot of credit and I'm very grateful to the women that come here and work with me at Modest Moms. I think the year's been going really good. We've got a lot of new women that have come out, and not a lot of local gals that have been coming out that I just am really excited about and I really love. I know you've had to have seen Raven, that she's just so fun to be around. And she really gets in, her character is just really true to her personality. She's just so fun and a great gal. So I'm excited for her. I don't know if you've saw Jules, but she's a lot of fun and she's wild. The Zodiac Queen, oh my God. I didn't even know. It's like, so the whole goth look, that's really her. She showed up and she really did scare the shit out of me. Like, she's wild and she's a lot of fun. And I could go on, like, everybody. I think this year is going great. And I've got a lot of really exciting things coming up. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm so long-winded, Kenny. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I will say this as it pertains to Modest Moms, for what I've seen, is very local friendly. As far as you bringing in new talent and they become household names, and they just, fans are starting to request them even more.
Yeah.
And obviously, you got some familiar names: Natalie Parker, Shelly Martinez, Jezebel Romo. You've had ladies like that throughout the years, and now getting Raven, you're getting Zodiac. It's interesting that you mentioned both of those ladies, because I see that you have a custom sale and live fights coming up with both ladies. Well, actually, you against Raven, that's on, and then of course Zodiac versus Tova Nix. Tova, who I've interviewed before. I like Tova. She's very cool. And from my understanding, both fights are exclusively will be live on the OnlyFans, on your OnlyFans page. So talk about, as far as talk about these fights as far as being exclusively on your OnlyFans page. How does that work?
How does that work? You gotta subscribe to my OnlyFans to be able to see the live fights, Kenny. That's how it works. You get to have the exclusive live fights if you are a subscriber to my OnlyFans, which, by the way, I put a lot of work and care into my OnlyFans. I give a lot of good deals and videos and pictures and fun stuff that is not on Modest Moms. And that includes these live fights with either myself and other wrestlers, or just other wrestlers in general. When they're here visiting, I will have them do the fights live. And that's how it goes. You got to subscribe to be able to see them, man. It's kind of like, you can't be watching HBO if you ain't a subscriber, right?
Right.
You can't be watching my live fights if you ain't a subscriber.
So it's onlyfans.com/Alexandria Hamilton. And to clarify, Raven versus Alexandria, that is a wrestling match, and Zodiac versus Tova, that's a boxing match. So you can catch both fights exclusively on onlyfans.com /Alexandria Hamilton. So that is coming up on August the 3rd. It was scheduled on July a few weeks back, but it's been pushed back to August the 3rd. So it's all in there. Modest Moms Wrestling, all the details is on there. So go check that out. I follow you on Twitter. We follow each other, and you've had a variety of things to say. One thing I noticed, one thing I'm curious about is that obviously you got a lot of videos, a lot of content in the vault. I think I read one tweet that you had like 3,000 videos, or might be close to it. You have a lot of videos in the vault. And then obviously on the website, you have new releases that's coming up. And then at the bottom, it says upcoming releases. So my question is, how do you decide which video is going to be the next one to drop, as far as scrolling them down and trying to figure out what's going to be the next videos to be released? How do you determine what videos should be released?
Okay. So when I have a newer wrestler that nobody has seen before, like Raven, for instance, when she came out, I want to get something of hers out there so that y'all can see how great she is, right? So I'm going to say to myself, Alexandria, when you do your next update, you got to have Raven's video in here. So you got to get this shit edited and you got to get it out there within like the next 2 or 3 weeks, right? I got to get that out there because I want people to see her, because then I want everybody to love her as much as I love her. And I want people to order customs with her because they love her so much. I mean, have you seen her caca?
I have.
So I wanted everybody to see that. So I'm going to put her video up. Then I'm also going to say, okay, well, Megan Jones was here in June. Well, I ain't going to put that out. I'm going to put stuff out from when she was here a while ago. So it just all goes by like, I guess like with scheduling it, you know what I mean? Like I want to get newer stuff of newer girls out quicker. And if people have already been here before, I want to keep the stuff that we're going to record tomorrow for a year later, right? And I'll put the stuff that I recorded with her a year ago out Friday. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically it just depends who's there at the time and who people are really, really feeling as far as guests, and obviously yourself, and then you give the people what they want. You feel like something good, chemistry, just good content, variety of content, and you just say, okay, you're gonna be here, you're gonna be there. So it's definitely something.
I have a rotation. I have a method. It's just kind of hard to explain. My brain's nuts.
Gotcha. Like a radio, like trying to determine which song you want to play. That if that makes sense.
I'm like a wrestling DJ, Kenny.
Wrestling, yeah, there you go, wrestling DJ. That will work. So I'm scrolling through your website. Obviously, you got some upcoming visitors. Let's talk visitors. You got Irene Silver. Yep. I like her. She's coming in September. Tara, this is September. Megan in September. You got a busy September. Gia. Ooh, I love Gia. I do.
I've never met her, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think you really gonna like her. So so just talk about some of these ladies. Some gonna be in Modest Moms for the first time, and some awesome. Some regulars, some fan favorites. Like, how you feeling about getting a chance to work with some first timers and some familiar faces in the coming months?
So I'm happy to see Irene again. I really like her. She's fabulous. And when she comes, I'll find myself sometimes getting distracted because I'm watching her like I'm at a show. You know, she's just such a wonderful entertainer and so fun to watch, that sometimes I'll be recording. I'm like, you know, because I'm watching with my eyes instead of the camera. I'm like, oh man, when I'm editing, I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Oh, I was watching Irene. She's fantastic. I love her. I'm very excited to have her come back. And then she's coming with Tara. You know, I've only worked with Tara once, and it was very short shoot. So I'm excited for that. She first came out with Megan Jones. And so I'm excited to have her come back. And let's see, then we've got Gia, who I've never met before. And she's really nice. She's coming with Megan, which I'm having Megan back. Anytime Megan is going to be on the West Coast, because, you know, she lives on the East Coast there, the Midwest-ish East Coast, whatever. Yeah. I want to have her here every time. If she's going to be here in California, Megan's going to be here. I love her. She's wonderful. So professional. She's just a wonderful businesswoman. Very organized, very timely, always comes ready. And I'll tell you another thing. She looks how she really looks in her pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if anybody ever wonder if any of us really look how we look. She does. She really looks how she looks. She never has outdated photographs. I just love Megan. She's wonderful. I could talk, what do you want to know about her? I'll talk about Megan Jones all day. I am a super fan. And she's really funny and fun. So they're coming. Ashley Graham, I'm supposed to have Ashley Graham out in September too, but I don't know when I'm going to do it. I don't know. She's, oh my goodness, that gal, she is so fun. She is so funny. Her and I actually have like a real friendship. She's my girl. I love her. She lives in Southern California where we have family down by where she lives. So this past month we went down to take care of Grandpa, and her and I went and had lunch. We went around to the vintage thrift shops, and she went to the beach with me and my family. She's just so hilarious. She's so funny. But she was supposed to come out in September too, because it's football season and she wanted to go to some of the football games with my kids. So we were talking about coming out in September, but now I have so many people booked. I have Grandpa here still with us. We brought him home with us. Oh gosh, that's been a wild story. I'll tell you that story in a second, Kenny. You know, I got a lot of stories. But so anyway, I got Grandpa up here too. I don't know when he's going to go home, when I'm going to take him home. So I don't know when I'm going to have Ashley come, or if she's going to come in September or October. But then I have Jolene coming in October, and she's coming with KK King in October. So I'm excited, very excited to have them two work together at Modest Moms, because they've never been here at the same time. And I absolutely love both of them. And I know that they're just going to do like phenomenal things here. Like they're just going to be great together. I'm very excited about that. And then November, I kind of have saved open. I'm not really sure. I like to keep part of it open, like for somebody that is like, oh my God, I love her. She's got to come here. I want her to be. So I've saved November for that like aha person. December, Constance always comes through California in December. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but she's usually here in December, but that's kind of our thing. She's going to be here in December. And she's got a local gal that she's been working with. And her name is so cute. It's Greasy Rose. And I think like she must probably really work on cars or motorcycles or something. I don't know. Like, I guess that's like the vibe I get, like a grease monkey, right? Like a mechanic, like type gal or something. I don't know, but she looks like real, like hard with all kinds of tattoos and stuff. But then she's also very elegant and pretty. And so I'm excited to meet her. Like that's an exciting thing. Oh, and then I have, oh goodness gracious, she's coming in October too. She comes through every year for the concert. I don't know why I can't think of her darn name right now, because I'm thinking about Greasy Rose. You know who she is? Christy Etzold.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, she's coming in October too. She comes up every year for the Aftershock concert. And so when she's done with that, she's going to come, I think it's October 10th. She's coming here. So that's exciting. But yeah, so I have like the whole year booked, and I'm excited about everybody who's coming. Ashley Graham's coming at some point. I bought a mud wrestling ring, and Ashley Graham actually set that little thing up. She knew the owner of the mud wrestling, and she called me and she said, my friend's selling a mud wrestling ring. I'm like, oh, well, tell me about this mud wrestling. And so she tells me all about it. I'm like, all right, well, give me his number. She's like, yeah, I want to. I'm like, okay, well, give it to me. And she gave it to me, and I called him up and I said, hi, this is Alexandria from Modest Moms. I don't know if you knew that Ashley was passing your information to me, but I would like to purchase it. And he's like, yes, absolutely. So I was supposed to pick it up when we went down to take care of Grandpa. But that didn't work out because Grandma got sick and me and Grandpa flew up here so that hopefully he wouldn't get sick. But guess who got to pick Grandma up from the airport? Me. So I ended up getting sick, which ended up passing on to my entire family, including Grandpa. So the mud wrestling ring had to be postponed from being brought up here. So that was kind of my idea, is that maybe when I take Grandpa home, maybe me and Ashley would just get the U-Haul and just bring the mud wrestling ring up here, and then it would be easy. She could just come up, we could record, set up the mud wrestling ring, go to the football game, do all that stuff all in one swoop. So that's a whole other side with Ashley, is that we actually have another plan, like Thelma and Louise with the U-Haul and the mud wrestling ring. But so yeah, I'm excited for this year and the people that are going to be coming. And November's open for somebody who I gotta have here. Not on the 13th though, because I'm going to the Chargers game.
We got a Chargers fan in here.
Yeah, and they're playing the Niners. So I'm gonna be at that stadium there, and we're gonna go watch the Chargers kill some Niners.
She love them Chargers. So so check out all the girls that Alexandria mentioned. You can get your scripts in if you haven't already. Go to modestmomswrestling.com for all the details. Get those scripts
they're all
in.
there.
Get the scripts in. They're gonna be going by pretty quickly. So go check them out. So with Modest Moms, you have a variety of content, a variety of wrestling. You got competitive wrestling, you got one-sided wrestling, you got mud wrestling, you got all sorts of wrestling, a steel cage, you got women of different sizes and shapes and everything, and you take pride of of the jobbing thing. Nobody.
I love to lose.
she just like, man, she's too beautiful, man. Like, and it just works. You make it work. You make it work like no one else. I've had experiences with the whole Skype sessions thing. And it's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun to do, fulfill fantasy, things of that nature. So I enjoy Modest Moms. Like when I first was introduced to it, it was you, Athena, Sugar, and I really fell in love with Platinum Fury. She's awesome. And then you got this bond with a lot of girls that you've gotten to work with throughout the years, and it helps when majority of them are from California, some distance from each other. And you and Ashley definitely got the Thelma and Louise thing going on. I think that should be like a future script for anyone out there. I'm just throwing out suggestions, like a Thelma and Louise, maybe a tag team against some other gals. But that's here or there. I think there's only one thing left for me to do, is I need to send a script for a future
Get
show.
it custom, Kenny. Kenny's custom. Come on. It's about time. Come on, man.
I mean,
just do it.
I have some ideas. I have some suggestions. I think I'm gonna do a POV one first, and then I'm gonna go like a regular match. I gotta work on a script though.
Just break the ice. Just do it.
Yeah. So I feel like if I'm gonna go that route, it definitely had to be with Modest Moms, because I mean, it's you've been very kind to a brother. You've been very supportive of me, and I would like to contribute somehow to Modest Moms, even if it's a small
Well,
thing.
you even are right now. I really appreciate having the interview, and you were my very first little interview ever, so that was very helpful. So yeah, I mean, all of my fans and the people that I get to work with and the people that I get to interact with on Twitter, I mean, everybody has been so kind to me. I came in this industry not knowing anybody, nobody, not one person, and people have been very kind and helpful. I can't tell you, all of the models come and they tell me so much information and they have ideas and they show me how to do things because I didn't know about a lot of stuff, I mean, so I thank you. You have done so much for me. That interview, that was wonderful. That was so nice of you to want to interview me. Somebody who's just starting a business, I mean, I was nobody. So thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra. Thanks for all the Modest Moms talent for what they bring to the table. And that's encouraging what you just said, just getting help from other girls. You built your own company and you're getting a lot of good numbers, getting a lot of support there. So I think that's amazing. And so Modest Moms continue to kick ass. I mean that's
Darn
all I can
right.
say. And so I want to talk some Chargers football since you put it out there.
Oh, geez.
Now your team, I will say, is in the toughest division of football. I was having a talk with your friend Jezebel Romo. She's a Raiders fan.
I know.
And she's excited about her team as well. So so with all that being said, how are you feeling about the Chargers heading into this coming season? I like Justin Herbert. He's got a promising future. You got a really, really good team. Got some good moves and everything. How are you feeling about the Chargers this coming season?
I'm feeling like they're going to do so great. They're going to do wonderful. And then they're going to lose that damn game as soon as I start watching and really getting into it. Man, they just always seem to do that to me. Every time I'm watching it, I think, they're going to, this is it. They're so close to winning. You've seen the games.
Yes,
You've seen it.
have.
And then they lose. It's like, oh my gosh, it's hard being a Chargers fan. That's how I feel, Kenny. I feel like, oh man, this season could be so good, but it's going to probably be rough because they just always seem to do that to me. But I mean, here I am. My whole family, we're all diehard Chargers fans. So of course we're hopeful. We're hoping for the best. But I'm like, oh man, please just come through, man. Just keep it going. Keep the momentum going. You got to just keep pushing. So, I mean, we'll see how they go. I mean, I don't know. My oldest son is like a serious football fanatic. He loves football. He eats, breathes football, and he makes the coolest videos. He edits his own football videos, right? With the players and stuff. He's got that TikTok, and I think it's called like Bolts Prods or something. I don't know, some weird name for it, right? And he makes all of these football videos with the Chargers players and stuff. So maybe some of my videography has rubbed off on him, right? But mostly I'm really hoping I don't care if we win or lose. I love football anyway, but I am so hoping that we have a great season for my oldest boy, man. He's really hopeful. He's really been talking a lot, like it's going to be a good season. So I'm thinking it's going to be a good season. I'm hoping it's going to be a good season. I'm wanting it so bad. But again, here I am, a diehard Chargers fan, and it ain't easy. So,
I mean, from a fan perspective, that's all you can hope for. Is just hope for the best. You got a good quarterback. You got a nice team around him. Just a matter of pulling through, winning these close games, and
finishing strong.
Finishing strong, and
Yeah.
we'll see. Jezebel, on the other hand, she a little nervous about that quarterback that she has in that car. So she gonna lose her mind if she probably gonna go into this. She gonna get into the crowd and give him a DDT or something.
She's gonna probably lose her mind. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I did see the Niners. The Niners, they just dropped Garoppolo from the starting quarterback. So I don't know what their season's gonna look like either. But you know what? Again, I don't care. I hope they all lose.
Giving up on Jimmy G, it was inevitable. Like, you drafted Trey Lance, and look, I get people got feelings towards Garoppolo, but he was in the Super Bowl a few years ago. Now you want to kick him to the curb, like for this rook? I mean, you better hope he's just as good as Garoppolo, if not even better. So we'll see. Check out Alexandria Hamilton on modestmomswrestling.com. Check out the fight. And 2 fights on onlyfans.com/Alexandria Hamilton. She's going up against Raven in a wrestling match. Tova Zodiac, that's on a boxing. You can only watch it on OnlyFans page.
Right, you gotta be a subscriber, just like you can only watch Hulu if you're a subscriber.
Yeah, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, Alexandria, for your time. Appreciate you. Continued success on Modest Moms Wrestling. And who knows, I might interview more of these Modest Moms talent in the future. I want to interview more of these girls too. So, to all the ladies out there, you're welcome to be on this podcast. I like what I see from Modest Moms, and let's talk, and we can make it happen. All right. On that note, we are done. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is Chilling with Kenny C, alongside with Alexandria Hamilton. Not only she can kick your butt, but she can take a beating too. So,
darn right.
We out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to you all some other time. All right.